Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Tracklist Podcast Show. I'm Darren Jenkins.
I'm Chris Saunders.
And on the show today, this is a special one for us. We're doing a tribute to a great musician who we just lost, Jimmy Cliff. And we're doing The Harder They Come, the 1972 film in which he stars, directed by Perry Henzell, starring Jimmy Cliff, Janet Bartley, and Carl Bradshaw. Wishing to become a successful reggae singer, a young Jamaican man finds himself tied to corrupt record producers and drug pushers. The Hard to Come was made on a budget of around $200,000 and only grossed a little bit over 15,000 worldwide. However, this movie quickly became a cult classic and is now considered a landmark in Caribbean cinema.
And it is also the first film produced in Jamaica. So,
Is it? Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah. So you'll notice that if you watch this film, there are some techniques perhaps missing, or like in the editing side, or even the cinematographer side. Just remember, first Jamaican produced film, but like Darren said, cult classic. There is a lot to love about it, including the 1 hour and 42-minute runtime.
Yeah. This movie, like as you watch it, it has a lot of different things. There's a lot of different things that I feel like about this movie. It partially feels like a documentary. It partially feels like an action movie. It partially feels like a drama, or a cop procedural. I mean, there's a lot of things that are going on, and not all bad. Especially like you said, considering when it was shot and how like this was the first film that they've done in Jamaica. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of, I can tell you this was one of the better soundtracks that we've done.
Oh my God. Dude, this is one of the records my mom had on vinyl that I grew up with. It's up there with me with, you know how I feel about the Big Chill soundtrack. This is up there for me. And you
Yeah,
just come out the gate with, you can get it if you really want.
yeah,
Boom. Classic track, a bunch of classic tracks on this. And you mentioned, right, that this is a cult classic. Really quickly, IMDb, 6.8 out of 10. That's high for IMDb. So that's probably, with respect to other platforms we use, that's pretty high. Rotten Tomatoes,
yep,
critics 91%, audience 82%. This flies in the face of our cult classic like requirements, which is that the critics are very low and the audience are high, like higher. It's like a 30% difference. This is both pretty high and the critics are higher. So
yeah,
it's
yeah,
very well respected film.
yeah. I feel so. It's weird. First of all, when I rented this on Amazon Prime, I must have rented this before because when I logged in, it was already at the end. Like it was halfway. I was like, was I watching this and just forgot to finish it? So, you know, I don't. I'm going to admit not familiar with Jimmy Cliff as much as I am with say Bob Marley, right? And I think that's kind of in America. That's probably what you'd get from most people because Bob Marley was just more of a commercial success, and but Jimmy Cliff is kind of like he's like the LeBron of reggae music versus the Michael Jordan, and um, I'm sad that I didn't get to experience. Like I've never seen him perform. My boss here, when we were talking about doing this podcast today, he was like, "Oh, he's like, are you going to watch The Harder They Come?" I said, "Oh, you've seen it?" He's like, "Hell yeah!" He's like, "I saw Jimmy Cliff play." He's like, "It's like one of the best concerts I've ever been to," and I'm just like, "Yeah."
I am privileged enough to say that I saw Jimmy about 10 years ago at Summer Stage,
Oh
and
wow.
it is one of the best shows I've seen. He was dancing, moving around on stage, so much energy. He's so like was so bright and like
Right.
positive and like effort. I don't know. He just had that positive energy. kind of like he is in the early stages of this film, not
Yeah,
towards the end of this film.
yeah, yeah.
But I would say your experience with him is probably similar to a lot of other people. I would imagine that people might have seen this film and like thought he was just an actor and like
Mm,
maybe thought he was lip syncing in some of these scenes and not even known that he has like half the tracks on the soundtrack. So
yeah,
I can definitely see that. But in Jamaica, he is up there with Bob.
yeah, yeah. Of course. And I wonder, so I'm wondering, like, because sometimes, when you shoot a film, it's not always shot in sequence. You shoot it based on like availability of locations and all
Hmm.
different things. But in this movie, I could see him becoming a better actor as this movie transgressed. It was like
Hmm.
you could see him visibly becoming a better actor as he's doing this film. And it makes me feel like they shot this in sequence
Hmm.
because yeah,
But you
I
know what
was
it
pretty
helps for
impressed.
as well? It helps
But
because he's supposed to be this like country bumpkin who's like naive and like doesn't know like Kingston City. And so his like maybe young acting skills developing through the movie is like him developing in the movie
yeah,
throughout the movie.
it felt like that. Yeah, very
So yeah,
much.
it kind of works.
The beginning of this movie made me think of the movie Weight of the Dragon that
Mm,
Bruce Lee did. It's very similar in the beginning because Bruce Lee comes from Hong Kong. He's kind of lost. He's not familiar with the way things are done. And,
mm,
it's very awkward. This dude who's kind of like new to where he is. And coincidentally enough, also shot in 72. So there's that.
mm. This just
Yeah.
reminds me of another film, but I'll reference it later when it's more
Okay.
apparent. Because like you said, this is about a bunch of different, feels like a bunch of different movies and genres in one.
Yeah.
Because like as you said, as it opens, by the way, it's loosely based on Vincent Ivanhoe Martin,
Yeah.
a Jamaican outlaw turned folk hero, and we see that later on. But he just essentially is just this guy on a bus coming in from the country into Kingston to the city, and I don't know. We see a lot of films like that, right? Like
Yeah.
people that aren't from the city and come to like New York, right?
Yep.
They're from like Oklahoma, and then they get acclimated, right? So it's kind of that story, like a rebirth or whatever transformation
Yeah.
story. And then we've got a whole segment of him trying to be a musician, right?
Yeah.
It's like a biopic almost.
Yeah. I actually was going to ask you that until I saw like that mention about Ivanhoe,
Hmm.
because I was like, is this his story or is like because that's a crazy story.
No, it is not. And then you have that whole segment of him and like the preacher's daughter, which feels like a whole separate film. Like,
Yeah.
and then the end, of course. Yeah, man, it's just like a lot going on. And again, in that hour 42, I think,
Yeah, that was quick. That
right, as,
was
as much as you don't like, well, not you, me, I'm just noticing like his some of the acting leaves something to be desired. Some of the, well, I'll say the writing, but honestly, like you don't understand half of it because it's patois.
yeah, I was like, wait, what? It's a good thing you said put the subtitles on, boy, because I would have
Yes,
been
I
like,
had to
wait,
give I had to give Darren a little warning because I still need the subtitles and I'm half Jamaican. Some of the writing and like I said, the editing, right? Like I feel like there's points where like we miss something.
yeah,
It kind of feels like it jumps. But that being said, I feel like the story itself is really cool, and then the pacing of the story is done really well. So
yeah,
I can see why this is well regarded.
yeah. I mean, for a movie that this seems to be like a very like indie style shot film, they kept it tight. I give it to them. That's pretty impressive.
I mean, you say indie style, but like $200,000 in Jamaica in the '70s was
Yeah,
probably
no,
big
back
budget.
then 200,000. That's big budget. Yeah,
Yeah. But I see this opening scene where the bus is driving in from the country into Kingston, and I'm like, I know that bridge. Like, I don't recognize it. But Jamaica's not that big, people, just so you know. So I'm just like recognizing sites as there's another scene later on. I'm like, oh shit, I know where that is. So it's cool just to watch it from that perspective. Someone
mm,
that goes to Jamaica a lot. And like I said early on in the film, he's like this happy-go-lucky, naive character, which reminds me of like not the naive part, but the happy-go-lucky just reminds me of Jimmy Cliff. I feel like that's him. But then, damn, the dude just got juked. He gets juked like right off the bus.
Right off the bus. Just like he's so like in the beginning of this movie, he's so nice.
Hmm.
He's like, yeah, help me push, and I'll pay you 50 cents. You get some money, and you make.
Why?
And then
Why
he
are you
turns
going?
around.
Why are you going to shake strangers down for a stranger?
It
I
was
don't know.
just fucked up, dude.
Yeah, I mean, like I guess born and raised in the city in Newark, like yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not pushing shit for you. Like I want the money up front first of all, and I'm not leaving my shit on your cart either. Like it's just like
yeah.
basic shit. I guess they're just nicer people in the countryside.
Like, why in the world would you agree to go shake down someone else that you don't know for some money? They don't like. I was just like, wait, what? But I mean, it also is kind of quite believable too. So
I mean, listen, there's a lot of things, interactions between people in this film. I'm like, yeah, that would happen in Jamaica. Like, absolutely. Like, I've seen that.
yeah,
And considering it was produced in Jamaica, like, I'm sure more, this is mostly realistic type stuff.
yeah,
Right. So we're sitting here probably like almost like saying, so hold up. But no,
nope.
this is probably pretty realistic.
So the director for this, um, I'm not familiar with it. Do we know like what his where he went after this?
Mm-mm. I didn't even look him up, to be honest.
Let's find out.
Perry Hensel. Henzel.
Because I'm curious. I mean, if this was his first film, like,
I mean,
was this his last film?
the poster, the movie poster looks like,
The poster's
black
dope.
exploitation films, right?
Yeah, it's very much black exploitation. Wait, Perry
Uh,
Hensel is wait, what?
he's got
He's a
two
white dude?
director. Is he?
He's a white dude.
His picture's not up on IMDb, but he's got two director credits to his name, two writer credits, and two producer credits. I'm pretty sure they're all the same. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all the same movies. Wow. Perry the Godfather Hensel. What?
Perry the Godfather Hensel.
But he's born in Port Maria, St. Mary, Jamaica, so he's white Jamaican.
Okay.
So there
All
you go.
right.
There you have it. Died in
That's
2006, so he died at 70 years old in
mm,
Jamaica, St. Elizabeth.
okay. All right.
Interesting, interesting, interesting. Although they have two other credits for, oh, he was like in two other things, Camera 3 and Man Free, where he's himself.
Interesting.
Yeah, so he
Well,
does not have a big
he's
career in
he's
film.
forever going to be remembered for this. So that's not a bad way of, a bad thing to do.
He's also the writer, so it's interesting. I mean, like he's Jamaican, so like he's in there.
Hmm.
There's like one scene. So when I played basketball for Jamaica, it's exactly what we did to pass the time, the dead time, which was play dominoes.
Oh, word.
And then I saw an IMDb trivia that said the game being played by the group is dominoes, which is very popular throughout the region. I'm like, that's not fucking trivia. Dominoes is not a trivia piece,
I mean, depends on who's reading it.
I guess, but like, I don't know. I played dominoes when I was a kid, and I was raised by my white Scottish mother.
Yeah, but if dude is from Princeton, that's
Hmm.
trivia for him.
Hmm. Although my mom, right, was with a Jamaican and probably played dominoes with him too.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, growing up in Newark, I know we played dominoes.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's not a pop quiz
Great. Thanks.
because I looked it up myself. It's more trivia. Do you know the name of the Western that Ivan watches when they go to the theater?
But I knew you were going to ask me about that in some fashion because I remember there's something familiar about the red masks, but I don't. I didn't get a chance to look it up.
It's funny because it's the name, part of a name of a more recent Western with a black hero in it.
Not the movie with Denzel.
No, no. Uh, if I was Jamie Foxx.
Oh, Django?
Yeah, the name of the film is Django.
Oh, this was from Django?
Yeah, Oh yeah, that's what Google told me.
Okay. I mean, okay. I mean
And it's
that gang is
interesting.
it's a real gang.
Yeah,
It's, I forget what they were called. It's also they also make an appearance in
they look like they're Red Ku Klux Klan, bro.
they're in Tombstone as well.
Those are the same dudes.
Yeah, the same dudes.
Man, we need to see if Tombstone has a
Oh, God, I
the
would love to
track
do
list.
Tombstone. Such a
Tombstone's amazing.
we should like break from tradition one day and just do like
We might be changing the whole podcast,
I know.
ignoring the track list. If we can talk about the score, it'll be enough, I think.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'll be your Huckleberry. Rest in
yeah.
peace, Val Kilmer. One of his best roles, in my opinion.
Well, definitely.
But like the first, let me think about this. I think I wrote this down after watching the first 15 minutes, which again cover a lot of ground. But I was
Yeah,
just like, this is such a depressing movie.
yeah. Poverty
His,
wise, it's just hard to
I
watch.
mean, he gets his stuff jacked. His mom kicks him out of the house. I can't help you. You
Yeah,
can't find work. And then we see the all too real poverty in Jamaica, right? And like in context of like Hurricane Melissa and
yeah.
how a lot of people got fucked with that hurricane. Like it was really depressing and like a little bit too real. And someone brought to my attention that there's another film that Jimmy Cliff was in called Club Paradise that's like a
Oh,
comedy with Rick
Club
Moranis
Paradise.
and a bunch of other
Yeah,
people. I'm like, maybe we should have done that.
yeah.
But no, this is
It,
iconic. This is iconic.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah. If you don't know a lot about Jamaica, I feel like this is kind of like the beginning of your road of education in a lot of ways. Like a
Hmm.
place where you can. It is like you said. It is quite eye opening.
It's if you go to Jamaica, like within Kingston, you will experience it a little bit, like just the poverty and some like you see some of the houses.
Yeah.
In the city center, like downtown, obviously it's like a city. But if you're driving in between major cities, like Kingston, Mo Bay, or like the Grill, Ocho Rios, in between those like major places, like you notice it a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm not even sure this movie shows that enough, right? Because when he's driving into Kingston in the beginning, like it's just all this beautiful, lush countryside. You're not seeing as much of the like shanty towns and shacks. So
Yeah.
it's just like this place that's just very different. It's like these two sides to it where you have like obviously the hotels and resorts and everything and the beautiful countryside and all these like beautiful beaches that kind of overshadow a lot of the other parts of it, right? So
And they
anyway.
even show that in this movie where remember the scene where he's kind of like down on his luck and he ends up going up into
Hmm.
that house that and the woman's out on the back porch and he's like kind of sitting
Hmm.
there like he's like I can I can wash your car I can do
Hmm.
she's like how did you get in here like
Gate was
is
open.
this all you can do is beg and I'm
But the
just
thing
like
is, I got annoyed because he was offering to do work
right
for her to get paid in the first place. Like, why is this? And then
that's
he begs. When you said no, then he begs. Like,
right I was
anyway.
just wow that's okay
Whereas like in like at least my family is just very like polite about it.
yeah
Like they understand these people's situations, even if they haven't been in it, and they're just like, "I'm sorry, like I don't have anything for you today," or like they a lot of the times like you stop at a light and those they're trying to wash your windows or sell you
yeah
some fruits or whatever, and they're just like, no, thank you. And sometimes they'll give them money just to like fuck off, like
yeah yeah yeah
don't need my window washed, but like here, go.
here it's cost of
Anyway,
doing business yeah.
so yeah, I'm sure there's some people like this woman in reality, but
I've
not
not been to Jamaica yet.
you son of a bitch.
My mom used to go all the time.
Listen, this is my opportunity to work for the Department of Tourism for Jamaica. Jamaica is absolutely beautiful, stunning. Obviously, if you go to the right places, that's true for any
That's
place.
anywhere. Yeah.
And we live in New York, so let's just say this area, Northeast, it's 3.5 hour flight from New York. It is quick. You can do that for a long weekend and enjoy for like 3 full days. Like, go. Food's amazing. Weather's amazing.
Yeah,
The music is amazing.
when I get rich,
You don't need to be rich, just go at the right time of year.
nah, I gotta be rich. I
Like,
gotta
don't go
be.
during Christmas. Don't do that.
Oh, really?
Everyone from Toronto, Jamaica, Miami is flying home for the fucking holidays and all the prices are jacked. But if you go right after spring break, boom, sweet spot, all them fucking tourists are out the fucking way, got the beach to yourself. Yeah, then the prices are lower.
Okay.
That's a
Well,
tip. That's a tip from your man, Chris.
if the Jamaican Tourist Bureau wants to pay us, we promote Jamaica on this podcast.
I will absolutely take you as a sponsor. Let's go. Get on here. We'll do Cool Runnings again. We'll do Belly. We'll do all the Jamaican movies.
Yeah, yeah, that would be fun actually.
How Stella got her groove back. Does she go to Jamaica? Is that where she goes for her vacation?
Yeah, yeah. We could
Uh,
do the podcast remote from Jamaica.
I feel like we just did like we are sponsored, and that was the little break for the ad, and now we're jumping back into the film.
Now we're
So
back.
I got a question for you.
Yep.
Right? There's a scene like we see that he's like looking for work, he can't find anything, he's like
Yep.
sleeping on the streets and everything, and then he's like peering through the window of the church.
Yeah.
This is where I'm saying like the editing, something happened or something got cut
Yeah.
out. When did he ask the preacher for a job?
But I thought I missed something. I was like, what? How did he end up getting a job?
Yeah.
Because that dude seemed like a dick.
He was, well, I don't even want to get into the possible directions this movie could have gone.
Yeah, there's
I'm glad they
some
stopped where they did.
there's some heinous places that this could have gone.
Because, like, bruh, the dude he works with start talking about how the young girl is, like, ripe to be,
Yeah.
he's going to be ripe soon. Like, nasty, bro.
Yeah. It didn't seem very safe for you to be a woman at that point in this movie.
And then, like, when Elsa's talking to her friends, and, like, they're like, oh, he must have seen what we saw. The preacher must have seen what we saw when she was, like, looking at Ivan. And they're talking about how the preacher has been waiting for her to like come of age
Come
so
of age.
he
Yeah.
can, I don't know, spread his seed or whatever. I'm like, yo, man, what is the age difference here, man? It's like 20
Yeah.
years.
That's
And then
scary.
he does get like super pissed off. Like she thinks it's more for like a protector role,
No, that dude, he had plans.
which doesn't paint the religion in a good light again either. The church.
Yeah. It was at this point in the movie that I started thinking that this movie had also some James Bond in it. Just the way this film was shot and some of the scenes they were doing, it made me feel like that Live and Let Die movie.
Mm.
Very much like back channel, all these different religious connotations and
Yeah, Live and Let
just
Die was
sketchy
dealing
individuals.
Live and Let Die was dealing a lot more with like voodoo side of
Yeah.
things. But I think it was also based in Jamaica. I don't think voodoo is a big thing in Jamaica. I think that's like more related, like thought of like as Haiti, like Haitian kind of thing,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
like Nolans, right? So anyway, the book was written, I think, The Live and Let Die was based in Jamaica. So
Oh, was it?
I think so, if my
Yeah,
memory
that's
serves me
wrong.
correctly. I've been rereading a lot of the Bond short stories recently, so it's a little blurry. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, both are at the very least Caribbean based.
Mm,
Uh,
yeah.
and then, oh, we were talking about the preacher, the other priest.
Uh,
Like, do you remember like he's doing a sermon and he's like slapping on the Bible, like wilding out and shit? That dude was like, Hollywood, here I come. Like
yeah, he
he was
was.
putting on
I got the show.
like it felt like they had done that take several times because you hear his voice feels like he's losing it. Like he feels like he was like
Yeah.
yelling at the top of his voice for like an hour. Yeah, he was wilding out.
Well, there was the one woman. They kept cutting to this one woman. She's like,
Yeah, she was like doing like
I was like,
gyrations, whatever it is.
what? What? Like, I've been. So, was this a Baptist church? I think it was, right?
The music didn't sound like a Baptist church.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out like what. I mean, not that it was super important to the movie, but I was curious to know, like, was it Baptist or Pentecostal or or whatever.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing any signage indicating what it was,
Yeah.
but
Well,
it
if
had
he's a
those vibes with
pastor,
people's react.
if he had, if he could be well, we know it wasn't Catholic because he wouldn't have been able to have. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I mean, he's Nick.
In the Catholic
Yeah,
Church. Is that what you're saying?
theoretically,
Yeah.
this place didn't seem to have rules that you would normally see in place for a
Well, yeah.
church.
So like, Anis and I will go to a Presbyterian church, right? So
Yeah,
well, they're pastors, right? Their pastors are married with kids versus like an actual priest, right? That's more like Catholic or other denominations. Anyway, the
yeah,
answer is I
yeah,
don't know, but like, yeah,
yeah.
my dad grew up Presbyterian, so maybe it's a Presbyterian church, but
Mm,
I didn't go to that church much, so I don't know kind of how the music was and how people were like, ugh, being like taken by the Lord, feeling that spirit.
yeah,
But it was a super interesting choice. It is that scene where the preacher's going like crazy, and then they start singing, and then they have like their interesting choice to like jump back and forth between the church and the singing to Ivan and Elsa like essentially hooking up in the ocean.
yeah, yeah,
I think it was effective actually. I think it was effective to be like to show that juxtaposition.
yeah. It was I mean, this movie goes like the editing choices. There's some good stuff. There's some
Not so good stuff.
things. I think this was one of the pieces that I thought they did really well. And
Hmm.
cinematically, like the like I don't know, like I don't think they had, to be honest, I would guess they didn't have a cinematographer on this film because
Mm.
at the beginning credits they actually gave credit to the cameraman,
Hmm.
which
Hmm.
you never see in the film really, except for like very quickly at the end of the movie.
Yeah, the end credits. I mean, yeah, there's some scenes where like, well, I wouldn't give credit to the cameraman because I think it's
Right?
when I think it's when he's is looking for work and they have this long pan of I can't remember if it was on a beach or like a park or something. And
Yeah,
it's just showing a lot of other people, but it's just shaking up and down and it's just like not
yeah,
steady whatsoever. And then it arrives on him at the end. I'm just like, I could do that better with an iPhone. Like I could be more steady with it. So, and again, maybe it was intentional to like show the
yeah.
shakiness of his situation, but I don't think so.
That's what I think. That's why I got like. It's kind of why when I was watching this movie, I kind of got like partial. Like I got feelings like a documentary
Hmm.
because a documentary is pretty loose, for the most part,
Yeah.
and it felt like times when they were just capturing, you know,
Hmm.
the uh the
Just well,
background and
yeah.
didn't really,
Although I love, there's a beautiful shot with Ivan and Elsa on riding on the bike.
Oh,
It's
that's great.
a long distance shot of them riding along a road that's in between two bodies of water. Pretty sure that's Norman Manley Highway that leads to
Mm,
the airport. It's just
mm,
this long road that goes from the airport and then into Kingston and like loops around.
mm.
It's just like and you have like the sun, like almost a silhouette of them with the sunset behind them or something. I
Yeah,
really like that shot.
yeah, that was a great shot.
And then like this is what I'm talking about, how we have like different films because there's him arriving in Jamaica, him getting work with the preacher and meeting Elsa, and then this fucking movie escalates real fucking quickly. Like 1 minute he's writing a song, and the next he's cutting up Longa, the old nasty
Yeah,
dude that he works with. Elsa's getting abused by the preacher, not sexually, she just gets like roughed up a bit, and then Ivan is getting whipped
yeah,
as punishment for that was for cutting up Longa, right? For killing
yeah,
him, right?
yeah. Which was actually one of my what the fuck moments,
Mm, yeah.
right, for a few reasons. The police. I mean, I'm not against the whipping in a sense, but it seems like an odd amount of, like it was 8 lashes or whatever, and I was just like,
Wait, what was that for? Was that for him killing Longa, or was this for something
no, he
he did
cut it
before?
for cutting them up.
He didn't cut him up and kill him in the same scene?
Mm-mm. I think he just cut him in the face a bunch of times because
Uh,
well, who knows because of the editing? We're not sure, right?
Yeah.
Because you see him like, "Don't fuck with me," and then it cuts to him being arrested, and I'm
By the
just
way, like
like,
that is just very much like not how I want to remember Jimmy Cliff.
"Yeah, I mean, if this is, this
If
is,
if you go to his show, if you had gone to his show, like the dude is just beaming, smiling the whole show. Doesn't matter what song he's singing, he's just like so happy to like I don't know be able to do music for his career. And then you see this movie, and you're like, oh my fucking god, what's happening?
I'm actually curious about that. Because by all accounts, like the people who've told me that they've seen him perform or like, seen him or interacted with him on some level, everyone says he's like one of the nicest
Hmm.
guys. He's so
Hmm.
like full of like passion and energy. And like someone came to me, hey, Jimmy, we want you to play this dude who starts out kind of naive but ends up to be like an outlaw and kills a bunch of cops and stabs people. I'd be like, nah, that's against my brand.
Which makes me reconsider like why we said how we see the evolution of his acting skills throughout this
Yeah,
film. Like this dude must be an amazing actor because I feel like his natural state is like Mr. Positivity.
yeah. He
uh,
really, I mean, if that's true, then yeah, he really did a good job in this movie.
hmm I mean, so you do mention like the whipping scene. I'm gonna say spoiler here because just in case you're listening to us without watching the movie,
You
don't do that.
shouldn't. Yeah,
Yeah, that's definitely what the fuck. I didn't even write it down because I didn't want to talk about it. Like he gets whipped over a barrel and then they show like urine pouring from him because he's in so much pain.
yeah.
I don't know if that was necessary. Does that
No,
mold his character for us? Well, they do show stuff later on, so
yeah,
they could have just had a. I don't know. I don't know how to rewrite that scene.
yeah. Well, I mean, so. I mean, if I had to pick, like nitpick this movie, I would say then in the first half of the movie, they kind of, he kind of evolves from this naive, kind of nice dude in the beginning to this dude who's slashing up the dude's faces kind of quick, like almost too quick for me.
Yes, and I get what you're saying. We do have those moments. Maybe it is. Maybe it could have been done better. But like when the guy steals his shit on the cart,
Right.
the guy he's working with, Alonga, is a bit of a dick and also steals his bike. He's learning
Yeah, I guess
to be
that's,
more like to be less trusting, I guess.
yeah,
And then that's kind of hardening him. Yeah, but is there enough there before he turns? Maybe not. Maybe not.
yeah. I mean, I make it, I'm not going to nitpick over it because I do think, like, to be honest, the first half of this movie is a little chaotic, and I think that's okay considering what he was trying to do. Coming from the country and being in the city, you expect it to be a little chaotic for him. The second half of this movie, I really enjoyed the second half of this movie.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think I can't necessarily speak to the writing as far as the patois.
Yeah,
All sounds legit to me. But as far as, you know, the storyline and the things that he did encounter, like I also didn't mention like not being able to find a job and like being swindled by the music exec, you know.
that shit was messed up.
That was my what the fuck, which is
Yeah,
$20
me
for a
too.
record that's probably gonna make I mean a lot, not
A
more
lot
than
more
20.
than $20, that's for sure.
So but he has gone through a lot of things in the first half of the movie that justify like he's just been tricked and abused and everything. And then on top of that, like he's interested in this girl and the preacher is fucking being a complete asshole about it. So there's a lot. There's a lot that contributes to his turn to the dark side or whatever, or insanity, to be honest. Like his shit is he goes a little crazy.
Yeah, and it really kind of, I really feel like they in each of the acts in this film, they really kind of tried to lean into the lyrics in the film in the song "The Harder They Come." because I mean, it's really, if you think about it, the harder he worked, the more he was getting screwed. And the
Mhm.
more he's getting screwed, the harder he worked. And it was kind of like, oh, okay, I see, you
Well,
know.
this is a question that I don't actually know
Mm,
because the name of the film is has a song in the it's the title track, right?
yep.
Was the song written specifically for the movie,
That's what I'm thinking. I'm
or was the
wondering
movie kind of based off of the song? I actually don't know.
which came first, the chicken or the egg, pretty much.
Yeah, so but yeah, it definitely goes along with that. And we haven't really talked about actually the harder they come. When he records, that's when he gets cheated for the 20, like, well, the guy offers him $20 for the record.
Yep.
He says, I make hits, not the public. I decide what DJs play. I'm like, hasn't really changed.
That has not changed
About
over
50
how many
years
movies
out.
have we done that were based in the record, like Elvis, Tina. I mean, we've done a number of films that were based in
Did
the
we get Etta James or Ella Fitzgerald? Etta James we did Etta,
Ray,
Ray, all of them. Amy, did you
and
say Amy already? Yeah.
all of them. Every single one of them had a moment like this in the movie.
Mhm.
That's a damn shame, dude. You're a music artist. I mean, how does that make you feel?
Well, right, the argument would be, well, no, we have like streaming platforms and everything that makes it easier for you to release shit, but like you also don't get, there's nothing promoting you, right? So it's still in the hands of the record
Right,
producers.
right.
But yeah, there's so much music. They do repeat a lot of songs in this film
Yeah,
several times, which is probably a rights thing, right? Or it enhances that idea of the record producer, right? Like these are the hits that I'm gonna play, that I'm gonna push, and so that's why we're hearing them several times. But that is
I
obviously
feel
the
like
hard,
that might be part of it. Yeah,
yeah. But like the harder they come is obviously one of those. 007 Shantytown by Desmond Decker. I think Johnny Too Bad plays a couple times. Maybe Draw Your Breaks by Scotty plays a couple times. So there's a bunch that play. But like just this track list is just straight up hits, dude. Straight up classics.
yeah. You can put this if you took and just decided to. Well, there probably is make a playlist just based on these songs. You could play this all day long and just
Hmm.
be, you know,
And like put in perspective, right? Like when did Bob Marley start playing? So this movie is credited with like breaking reggae into the mainstream before Bob Marley really took off.
right,
I have a different perspective because like I tend to see it from the Jamaican perspective, and it's always just like Bob Marley was always there. He's like the godfather of reggae, right?
right,
But that's but out of Jamaica, right? It's a completely different story.
right.
So I can see how this in 1970, can we say one, three, two,
Too.
could have done that. Bob Marley was blew up a little bit after, like really blew up, right? He passed away in 1981, so that's 8, 9 years after this. Like that's when he had really hit his peak. Was like the years leading up to that. So I could see it. I could see this being like that gateway for a lot of Western music fans.
Huh. Yeah. I mean, I don't be honest. I don't know how old I was when I heard. I would guess one of the first things I've ever heard reggae wise as a kid was something Bob Marley, most likely,
Yeah, I'm trying to
probably.
see. His first album was Catch a Fire, like major album with Island Records. I guess that was 1971. What was that? Oh shit! Because there's a Burning. I think was the second album was 1973. Seeing Catch a Fire.
They said the Wailers were formed in '63.
Yeah, so they have a lot of albums without Island Records,
Right.
and they're more like ska, rocksteady, even some like almost like Motown type tracks as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
You see
Yeah.
some of the album covers, right? They're dressed like in suits like Motown.
Yep.
But when like their own sound really developed was like Catch a Fire,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
which
We saw and we did Marley, so
yeah,
yeah, they kind of showed
which
it a little bit there.
yeah, I mean the One Love is just a very specific point in his life,
Yeah.
but Marley shows. Right? Trying to see
Yeah.
what Catch a Fire was. I don't know why that's not 73. Oh, Burning and Catch a Fire were the same year. Wow,
Oh wow.
that that's fire, dude. Like This guy was prolific, by the way.
Yeah,
We've talked about it, so I'm not gonna get into like details, but
yeah.
uh,
We should, you know, it would have been a better thing for us to do. We should do like a month of movies with Jamaican music in it.
well, Jamaican Independence Day is August 6th, so we can do it around then
All
next year.
right, there you go, everyone. Just tune in for August 6th when we do our tribute. That's gonna be fire.
That's not enough time
No, no.
to talk about reggae, ska, rocksteady, dancehall,
Yeah, no.
calypso. Jamaica is one of the most musical countries on the planet, if not the most.
And its influences across rock, R&B, neo soul, jazz.
And when I say ska, I don't mean the West Coast U.S. shit. I'm talking about ska, like
Yeah,
real
yeah, yeah.
ska that was appropriated by some people. Anyway, we digress. But yeah, so this film was credited for kind of opening the door for reggae music,
Yeah.
and it's just literally, like I said, all bangers. I love so many of these songs.
Mm,
Anyway, back to the actual story. There was just one point when he starts like getting into the drug trade, and they show a
yeah.
scene of I don't know if it's him carrying like the bag of ganja.
Oh,
But
yeah.
remember that when the plane lands and the dude just runs, the plane doesn't even stop. He throws it into the door, and then the plane
And he
just
takes
continues and
off.
takes off again. I was like, that's efficient.
They
That
did
is
that in
efficient.
what was that movie? Tom Cruise. That's basically what he was doing,
Tom Cruise, not Blow. That's what's his name?
where he's
Yeah,
like this
no, that's not Tom.
drug dealer. Well, he's a transporter, and he just lands, throws it off, and takes off.
Yeah,
I'm just like, okay,
for some reason I cannot remember the name of that movie. I have to do a basic search here.
American
American
Made.
Made. There it
Yeah,
is. So who was in Blow again? Who was the main actor in that?
Johnny Depp. I thought.
Depp. There we go. Same person.
Yeah,
And so this is the part like where he gets into the drug trade. Where like watching the second half of this movie and thinking this very much reminds me of Scarface.
yeah, yeah.
Like this,
The birth of
he
Scarface, basically.
yeah, he's not like an immigrant, but he's just like outsider of the city. Whereas Scarface, outsider of the U.S., he's Cuban, comes into Miami with no money, and then goes to the big city and like gets into the drug trade and then goes crazy. Like to me,
Yeah, I was I was kind of surprised by it a little bit, but you also saw like it felt like in the second half of the movie they did a little bit better of kind of explaining some things sometimes. Like
hmm
there's a scene where he's kind of like just asking all these questions. He's like, "Well, where's Jose go with the money?
hmm
How can Pedro?" He's like, "Man, you ask too many questions."
right? And like so, he's like Scarface in that respect, like learning the trade and like trying to be a competent person instead of just like a worker bee, right? So
Yeah.
I think it's very similar there as well. And then, like I said, he goes crazy. It's like, and that's when they reference the whipping that he
Oh
got
yeah.
earlier. Is when he's on the bike. The is it Jose like thinks he's giving him he's a troublemaker, so he like tells the cops not to let him go by this time.
Yeah.
So he's on his bike. The motorcycle cop's chasing him, and he's flashing back to the whipping. Essentially, I'm not going back. I'm not
Yeah. I
going
ain't
back.
going back there.
It's not happening again. But I actually really like this scene because like they show him, shoot the
Yeah.
cop on the bike, and then they show from the bike's perspective.
The
Did they just leave the camera, an expensive ass camera, on the bike and let it crash?
it felt like it didn't though.
Yeah, it was awesome. I
If they
really
did
like that.
that, damn, that's ballsy.
Yeah, I hope because y'all got $200,000 budget. You can't waste that money. You can't waste that equipment.
Maybe $100,000 of it was cameras that were
Uh,
destroyed.
so yeah, I really like that scene.
Yeah.
And then he's with that other girl, not Elsa.
Right.
He's
The
hooking up
one
with this
he
girl.
ends up shooting. Spoiler alert! Shooting.
Yeah, so like he's at her place, they're hooking up, and then like the cops come and he has to escape. Which, by the way, you just kind of stop what you're doing just like that, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
And so then later on, he goes back because he thinks she gave him up, which I assume she did. the audio from that scene where
Yeah.
she's like, "No, no, don't shoot," like all that. You're like, "Oh, you want to walk around double crossing me? You know,
Yeah.
just tell me what you want to give Jose. I'll give it to him. Oh, you want to give it to Jose? Like that whole scene
Yeah.
is used as an intro to one of Damian Marley's songs from Halfway Tree. It's called
Oh, really?
Born to Be Wild. Yeah, he uses that as like an interlude. It's dope. It goes right into the song like amazingly. Check it out, people. First of all, check out Halfway Tree. This is Bob Marley's son, Damian Marley. This album won a Grammy. I
Oh,
think that was his
wow.
first Grammy, Halfway Tree. And then this song, you'll know it when it comes because you'll hear the audio. But
Huh.
yeah, anyway, love that
Adding it
scene
to my
too.
playlist.
Oh, you got to, because I know a lot of people will know Jam Rock. Welcome to Jam Rock album. Also won a Grammy. This was Damien's first Grammy.
I mean, I don't. I have something about that I'll mention later when we get to our questions and stuff.
I guess this was my this does take us to the segment. So hold up, he can't get famous making music, and this is his like excuse to Elsa. So he decides to go on a killing spree,
It
and he's
had
like,
shades of Billy the Kid written all over this.
Well, it's funny because of the Western they show earlier on in the film.
Yeah, so maybe that's kind of
hmm
an inspiration behind some of this too.
Yeah, they do bring it back later as
Well, he
well. So
says he's like, "See, you thought I wasn't going to be famous, didn't you?"
yeah, that's what I'm
I'm
saying.
like, "Come on, there's so many other ways."
I'm more concerned. Like, I don't need to be famous. I just need like I understand the struggle for you not
Right?
finding a job and like getting to drugs to make money, but like I don't understand you just killing people to be famous. Like,
There's other
yeah,
ways we could have done this, dude.
yeah. So that was my
Uh,
solo.
yeah, I mean, it's I mean, the transition between the beginning of the movie and this person
hmm
is it's like watching it's like watching like the Joker become the Joker, you know,
hmm
just like what?
except the Joker falls in a vat of acid and
Well, there you
Ivan
go.
doesn't.
Well, he just gets whipped by police. That's really it. So
hmm I mean,
that, yeah.
I haven't mentioned like I fucking love his fashion sense. So like the
Oh yeah,
wardrobe designers in this points
yeah.
points.
I was gonna say he even from the beginning when he got off the bus, I was like, this dude, like
You from the country? What?
there's like a time between he gets off the bus to when he first meets the minister that he's wearing the same outfit pretty much, and he still looks impeccable every single day. I'm
hmm
like, okay, I like that.
I feel like that they could have won an Oscar on wardrobe
Yeah,
from this movie. Uh, but like they definitely capture the like that folklore hero vibe with
yep,
like after he's on the run when he's on the run and like people are still listening to his song in the streets. It's like his music song is everywhere. The DJ is pushing it, producer is
yeah.
pushing it now because it's gonna make him money. And then people are protecting and hiding him from the police. Uh, and then the cops prohibiting the song from playing because it's like they don't like how much.
It's so meta, man. Like
Yeah.
that shit would happen today, 100%.
Oh yeah, except it'd be worse because like
It'd be worse because you
social
have social
media.
media.
Yeah. But then like the traders also, the other drug like traffickers staying and loyal to him
Yeah,
mostly. I think they mostly did. So like, but then finally Elsa just gives him up.
you know that was coming.
I knew someone was gonna give him up, but I just didn't understand the why of why she did. Like,
Yeah, I didn't understand it either.
so right, she didn't really know him and Pedro were dealing drugs, at least not in the beginning.
Right.
And then she was already out of work, and hungry without the cops like putting the
Yeah.
not embargo up, but like stopping the drug trade. So was she just being spiteful?
Maybe she was mad because she found out that while she was with him, they didn't have the fishing boat. Like the whole time he was saying that they were going out fishing, they weren't.
I guess, but like
That's kind
Yeah,
of not enough, right?
God, that's what I'm saying. Like again, that still just feels spiteful.
Yeah, I gotta think this is the first spiteful move in cinematic history.
I don't know. What are they called? The greatest love story of all time. Frankly, oh, the wind. Frankly, my
Gone
dear, I
with the
don't give a
Wind.
Gone with the Wind. Which, by the way,
Yeah, I
is
guess.
not a
Yeah, that's
that's
pretty
not a love
spiteful.
story. That's a spite story. That fucking I don't know why they called it a love story.
Yeah, we might have to might have to add that to our list of things. Most spiteful move.
I do, yeah. But not to digress once again, but I think the greatest love story of all time for me, and we've done this movie
Yeah.
in our top in our lead up to 100 episodes is Casablanca.
Oh yeah. I mean, if it's not the top, it's definitely top three.
Because like in a different way, because the two main characters, protagonists, don't end up together, but his last action is to save her.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of like greatest love story of all time, but I think it's way better than fucking Gone with the Wind. We did Gone with the Wind in college for my film and lit class. I was like, what the fuck is this, man?
I haven't watched Gone with the Wind in so long. It's not a to me. Then we'll move on. Casablanca to me is much more of a rewatchable movie than Gone with the Wind.
It was shorter as well.
Yeah,
Maybe,
there's that.
well, there's still the one I want to do we haven't done yet,
Which is,
which is Princess Bride. That's
uh,
another maybe another greatest love song, but like an obvious greatest love story of all time. More
yeah.
obvious.
You better hurry because I think they're doing a sequel to that.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Better hurry.
Sorry. Digressing, pulling it back. What about his escape plan when he's finally like the cops are finally closing in on him?
I was like, how is this an escape plan, dude?
Yo,
This is the shit. This is the lamest escape plan I've ever seen.
they tried to pull the airplane drug ganja drop with him in water, but water slows you down a lot more than yeah, because the boat keeps going the same speed. He just
Right.
clearly can't swim that well. He's just
Dude,
like,
you live in Jamaica. You should be able to swim better.
oh my God. And it's just like he actually gets a hand on the ladder to get onto the boat, but like it's going. It just in this movie, I will say, it does kind of anticlimactic at the end. It's not the whole "say hello to my little friend" that you
Yeah.
get with Scarface. It's just like just kind of peters out as he
It's
like
just like,
runs out of
hey,
bullets.
who wants to kill me?
Yeah, and then he has delusions of grandeur, and then flashes back to the Django film and like
Yeah.
wants to like kind of okay corral it against a bunch of
Yeah.
cops with machine guns.
I
So
mean, it was so sad. It was so sad because the cops, they didn't even have the, like, at some point, they were just slow walking up the beach with their guns
hmm
pointed at the ground because they were like, yeah, we got this.
hmm no worries. Anyway, so it I don't know. I feel like there is something there, right? He's almost a martyr now, so it's like he goes down the blaze. Like
Yeah.
it's not exactly a blaze of glory, like I said, but I get what they were trying to do. I wish he had more bullets. He
Yeah.
could have taken out a couple more cops before he got killed, but
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm supporting this guy. He's he's insane, but
Yeah. He's kind of a serial killer.
yeah, a cop killer, serial
Yeah.
killer. Yeah. Yeah, but it's definitely like, man, interesting to watch this again. First Jamaican produced film with one of the greatest reggae artists of all time, or Jamaican music artists of all time. So I'm
Yeah.
glad we finally did. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I'm sad we had to do it after he passed away, but we've done it.
It says here that this movie took 3 years to make.
Phew.
3 years, man.
I mean,
Wow.
maybe he was going on tour, performing in between. Like, I don't know.
Well, it's also, I mean, $200,000, even though it's not that much in today's number, 200,000 back then
Yeah,
is
I
a
mean,
significant amount of money.
production probably got delayed a few times. Yeah.
Yeah.
But did you have any other what the fuck moments or quotes that you can understand that you want to?
I had I had two quotes, both by women, actually.
Mm.
First one was the girl in the bed and she's like, look what I get myself into now. I was like, so, like, because he was going to kill her. And she's
Mm.
like, look what I got myself into.
Yeah, who says
I was
that
like,
shit?
Who says that shit right before they go get shot? The other one was by Elsa. I
Hmm.
don't be honest. I didn't understand what she was meaning, but it was kind of a dope quote. She's like, "Every game I play, I lose."
Yeah, yeah. I was like, what are you talking about?
I'm like, "Wait, what?"
It feels like Ivan's the one playing games in this whole movie, not you. But
Yeah,
yeah, I remember that one. I liked one. I think it's when Ivan escapes from that girl he's hooking up with, and the cops are coming in. He escapes and he like kills a few cops, and
yeah,
then he comes across a drunk guy, and the guy's like, "How you have guns and you have no pants?"
yeah.
And he starts laughing at him. I was like, "That's
That was messed
hilarious,"
up.
because that's exactly what a Jamaican was.
Yeah,
It felt very authentic.
that was funny.
All right, are we ready for some final questions?
Yeah, let's do this.
Do you have anything? It's a very different film from stuff we've done, so I don't know if any of our previous questions work.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. There's not like we can't really put. Well, I did have one question. Would you, and I know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Would you want to see this movie updated and redone? Like, because I feel like it might be
Dude,
interesting to see it.
that was one of my questions.
Or was
Perfect.
it?
I would only because I want to see it done with a bigger budget. I want to see what they
Yeah,
would do with it. I think it could be a really, really amazing film.
yeah,
More amazing than it already is, but like really with the money behind it,
yeah,
just for that reason. Yes.
yeah. I have to agree. It's there's a lot of. This is like a movie where we're like, okay, we get it. It's 72. It's there's a lot of things going against making this movie, so we kind of accept it for what it is. But there's a lot there that, man, if they had a good budget and maybe in the right casting, this would be really good, actually. This
Yeah.
could be like really good.
And maybe now is the time as a tribute to Jimmy Cliff. Maybe now is the time to do it. Because
Yeah.
like my other question is, can you think of any other movie quite like this?
Uh,
I can't. I can't think of anything I've seen that's like it feels pretty original. Like
yeah, I don't. I, it, no, not anything American made for sure.
hmm
Definitely nothing American made. I think if you saw anything like this, it would have to be something that was made from outside the country.
yeah.
Um,
I bet you
something
there's a Bollywood.
Italian or something.
I bet you
Yeah.
there's a Bollywood film out there that's very similar.
Yeah, made like a Bollywood film or maybe like something from like China.
But I
But
mean, like, right, he's inspired by the the Western, so I'm sure it takes some inspiration from some Westerns, but it's just because
yeah,
of the setting, it's just so different.
yeah. I mean,
The
this is
country and the time periods. Yeah.
super unique, and quite frankly, I think you might get the film. We have an easier time to find something similar
Mhm.
than the soundtrack. There's nothing going to be like the soundtrack. So I think for that reason, probably be pretty hard. Like it'd have to be remade. You can't go
By the
out and
way,
find this.
I want to, this kind of related but unrelated, but I kind of want to watch Paradise and see what that soundtrack is like, because we might continue the tribute to Jimmy Cliff a little more to maybe
Club
check out another.
Paradise, man. That would mean Robin Williams is in this movie. I mean Rick Moran. I mean,
Rick
it's a great
Moranis.
cast. The cast is pretty good.
Although I don't know if there's a lot of music to it, oddly enough. Looking at it. So
Huh.
anyway, oh no, there's some stuff. There's a song called Club Paradise by Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy Cliff did like another 6 songs for this. American
So,
Plan, Brightest Star, The Lion Awakes, Third World People, You Can't Keep a Good Man Down. So there's all those. They have songs by the Kinks. Oh,
Elvis Costello.
Guava Jelly and Three Little Birds by Bob Marley. I don't know who Mighty Sparrow. I probably should know who Mighty
Mighty
Sparrow is, but
Sparrow's pretty decent.
Yellow Man's in here. Yeah,
Yellow
okay.
Man.
I think we're
We
probably gonna end up doing this, man.
might have to do this. Wow. This song is written by Elvis Costello and Jimmy Cliff. Come on.
Which one?
7 Day Weekend.
Okay. Well, speaking of music, but back to this.
Yep.
Favorite song or one you think encompasses the song, the story?
So, I mean, the easy thing would be to say
Mhm.
The Harder They Come is the signature song. But
Mhm.
I actually think it's the first song that played in the movie, which was "You
You
Can
can
Get
get it
What
if
You
you
Really
really
Want,"
want.
because of the lyrics. Because it kind of tells the story of, it's almost like telling the story of this movie.
Yeah, it's hard. Is that also your favorite song?
No, it's the harder they come.
The harder they come.
Yeah, it's just too catchy, man.
It's hard to. By the way, I didn't even mention the scene. I thought you would flag it.
Which
There's a
one?
scene with him writing the song, The Harder They Come. So I appreciated that too. There's plenty of biopics that we don't even see that shit. So I was really excited
Yeah,
to see
true
it.
that. True that.
So big up Jimmy Cliff again. I don't know if I can get away from The Harder They Come for the signature song. I know it's the title track, but you mentioned it earlier, right? Like the harder he
Yeah,
works, the harder they come at him and the falls
yeah,
harder. And I can't get away from it. I know it's the obvious answer, but as far as favorite song, I can't do it. I can't, dude. You can get it if you really want. Rivers of Babylon by the Melodians is one of my favorite classic reggae songs. They got Toots and the Maytals, Pressure Drop, and 007 Shantytown.
yep,
Johnny Too Bad, I love. The Harder They Come, of course. Sitting in Limbo is I love the song. To hear him sing that at Summer Stage
yep.
was a dream come true. So I just can't do it. I can't answer this question. I know we hate it when that happens, but I can't do it. I
Mm,
love this soundtrack. I think I did the same thing with The Big Chill, dude. Right?
yeah,
So I apologize, everyone. I know you wanted an answer, but I can't give it to you.
I kind of figured that was going to happen.
But finally, what is your rating for this film?
So before I give the rating, I just want to give a shout out to Bob Charlton, who plays Hilton in this movie.
Mm,
First, I just really liked his performance.
yeah.
He was kind of like, he was very good. Anyway,
Did you notice the Chinese Jamaican
yeah,
engineer
I was
that was
going to
working with
say
him?
Leslie Kong, Chinese
Blah, blah, blah,
Jamaican.
blah, blah. They do exist, people. Don't be surprised. I
That
got
was
some
great
that
that
comes
they
in.
showed like all the versions of Jamaicans that you
Yeah,
would.
yeah. I have uh, Chinese Jamaicans that come to my dad's Christmas party, so I'm
Oh, word.
familiar. But yeah, they part of our sphere.
Love that. I love
Mm,
that. I love that. As far as my rating for this movie, my rating is based on two things: how I like this movie, but also on what I think it fits in the list of 100 films. Our list, not that other list, because that other list
mm,
is fuck
mhm,
out of here.
mhm,
I'm going to give it. I'm going to production wise, it is definitely not this,
mhm.
but I feel like you have to kind of take into account what they were going through to kind of make this movie. And so I'm going to give it an 8 because I think it earned the 8.
Mm,
And
mm,
because it in cinematic in the cinematic space, I think this is kind of like a movie you take and you learn from.
mm. That's interesting. No, I agree with you. Although,
The
as
soundtrack
much as
alone is a 10, by the way.
yeah, the soundtrack is absolute 10. There's just not a weak chain in that link. It's also included among, I don't even know what platform who brought this list, but it's included among the top 1001 movies you must see before you die.
Oh yeah,
It
I
says
have that book.
edited by Steven Schneider. Yeah, it's in the pantheon of cinematic history. If you had to pick like the greatest film from each country, like this would be Jamaica's probably.
Yeah,
I recommend everybody watch it with subtitles if you're not
with
Jamaican.
subtitles.
But I'm like not ignoring the technical
Right,
issues.
right.
I am giving it like, listen, this is I feel like I have to defend myself.
Oh,
I'm not saying I hate the movie. I'm not saying like it's terrible. I think everyone should watch it. But I do recognize these like technical deficiencies and like where the budget did not allow them to do probably more than they wanted to. So I
yeah.
am giving it a 6.5.
German judges
Yeah,
enter the room.
German judges back. It's all right. Darren is usually the German. Anyway, no, it's just like I could probably watch. This is probably a day killer for me. I could probably come on and I'd be like, sit there and watch it.
Yeah,
Um, and because I'm watching it critically this time for the podcast, like that's where the 6.5 comes from. But if I'm just watching it to enjoy it, I would just sit there. So
Yeah.
Please do not take anything from my rating. Nothing negative, at least. It's my one of my favorite soundtracks, cinematic soundtracks. So a lot to love about this film. A lot of great performances,
Yeah.
and there are some like really cool
I rec-
cinematographic, if that's a word,
it's,
points in the film.
definitely recommend watching it. It's definitely also a cult classic. Like
Hmm.
it is absolutely a cult classic.
Easily, easily. So if you like one of those people that's like watches what's that Tim Curry musical?
Uh,
Everybody, people love.
what Tim Curry musical?
He dresses up in drag. Ballroom Blitz,
Oh,
Ballroom Blitz.
oh,
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Rocky Howard. Yeah,
Like if you're one of those people that likes cult classics, like you, I feel like you're gonna like this kind of film.
yeah, yeah,
All
yeah,
right. Well, we did it. We did
yeah.
it. Finally. I did want
Rest
my
in power, Jimmy.
yes, rest in power. I wanted my half brother Mashal to be on the show, but he lives in Shanghai right now, so
He's
it's
in
gonna be hard
Shanghai.
to court.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, man, what do you got coming up? It's currently November 28th. What do you got? What's going on for the rest of the year?
I don't know. I got a bunch of stuff that's kind of like in flux, so I don't know yet. I mean,
Mhm.
my hope is the rest of the year to just kind of finish strong with the Lounge, which has been cool because we've been getting a lot more new people to the call every week, which is cool. And I'm actually helping like one of these filmmakers as a pseudo producer right now. Yeah, I mean, I just want to finish strong with our podcast and so that way in 2026, given hopefully we'll have a new studio to kind of record in and we can do
Mhm.
some new stuff. 2026 is going to be exciting. How about you?
Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to. We do have a couple.
Yeah, we have some
We have,
stuff in them.
yeah, we'll be we'll be recording a few movies that will release after this one that I'm excited about. And yeah, man, 2026, looking to lock and load a bunch of new films, a bunch of
Bringing
new
a bunch of new
guests.
guests. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
I'm taking December off for music as far as performing. Still working on getting some projects out the door, and then coming back strong Saturday, January 24th at 8 o'clock. Yep, 8 o'clock at Brooklyn Music Kitchen, and hopefully finalizing a show on February 1st at 9 at Silvana. Not finalized yet, but that's gonna be my birthday show. And, get a lot of folks out for that, and looking to book out the rest of 2026, or at least a lot of it.
Yeah. I would also say we need to get back to work on Man with No Name.
Yes, sir. Ready to go. We've got, like we had the music pretty close for a long time, so phase two is like the harder part. we're
Yeah.
gonna be we're gonna be working on it. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get it done. Get it
Yeah.
done. 2026 there's going to be a lot of big projects I think
Oof.
we'll complete.
Ooh. All
All
right,
right.
man.
Well, and the Jamaican Tourist Association or Bureau,
We
hit us
got you.
up and we'll keep promoting it. But if
Yeah.
you want to give us some love, that would be great.
And this is kind of a dual show because R.I.P. Jimmy Cliff, but I
Yep.
had mentioned earlier Hurricane Melissa. A lot of
Yep.
people hit hard in Jamaica. So, if you can, this is the season of giving. That's a great place to start. There's a lot of organizations donating. If you want to find out more, just message me at Chris Saunders _music or us. I'm
Yep.
volunteering Darren, the track list
Yep.
podcast on Instagram, and I can send you some links.
Yeah. Please do. That would be, we need to help each other. So,
And
all
you can
right.
reach
Well,
Darren just for everything else at the Darren Jenkins on Instagram.
yes, sir.
Like us, subscribe, follow,
Subscribe, follow.
share. You can
Yeah.
comment on Spotify now, so you
You
can
can
message.
chat with us on
You can chat
Spotify
with us.
now, too.
Yeah.
So,
Just we appreciate the support, and of course, as we're just passing Thanksgiving. We're thankful for everyone that listens and supports us, and I look forward to providing you with some awesome content in
Yep.
2026.
And hopefully we'll keep climbing the charts as we keep doing, which is good. So we can keep doing more stuff. All right, everyone. Well, I guess that wraps it up until when does this come out? Does this
Thursday.
come out before Christmas? Yeah. Well, we'll definitely talk to you before Christmas anyway. Regardless, until then, I'm Darren Jenkins,
I'm Chris Saunders.
and this was the
The track
list. Talk to you guys soon. Stay safe and eat your vegetables. We'll see you on the next one.
You don't need to eat your vegetables.
Whatever.